Hey folks, hope you're doing good today. Now we've got some serious nice music on the channel today. Can't wait to check out these bands. And the thing that's going to pull these bands together today is a Blackened edge. We've got some Blackened sludge, some Blackened hardcore mathcore. Cannot wait to check that out. And we've also got some post-metal dark stuff as well. Man, today's show is going to be a real nice one. And the reason we've got this stuff on the channel today, and I could not be happier that this band is getting on board with this channel, and Matt from this band, who's also in Nursa as well, who's another sick band, got instantly on board with, has sent this over today for us to check out, and it's just come out now. Very, very cool. I'm loving that these kind of bands have kind of sniffed me out and said, yeah, this dude's the kind of dude that we want to check out our music because he's obviously, likes the right stuff. Sick. Love it. This one is a band called Blightmaker. Their track is called Virulent Seed, which is a cool name. Let's give it a spin. Hear that bass? Sick. Nice bite on the bass. Yeah. Sick. What a great sound. These guys are super mid-low endy, gives it a kind of darkness, muffly sound. Then as well, the bass just had a nice little bit of bite that cut through that. Just hear it every so often with a bit of string rattle and stuff like that, man. Just little nuances like that in this kind of music make all the difference. If you hadn't been able to hear that bass just biting every so often, it would have been less of a track, So I love it when you just get those things cutting through the mix every so often. You couldn't hear it all the time, but every so often you got a doom, doom, doom coming through. It sounded so sick. Drumming in this one was dope as well. Big, weighty, heavy toms. It just, again, created that mid-low endy build-up sludge. Just sounded amazing. Love the vocal as well. Distorted, buried in the mix, like it should be, in my opinion, in this kind of music. Blackened. Got a nice little couple of blast beats in there as well, which gave it a nice blackened edge. But yeah, sludgy, dark, nasty music. Just my favourite kind of stuff to listen to. So pleased that this band is getting on board with this channel and we can check this stuff out, not long after it's come out and pump it through and show people it. Love it! This is the kind of stuff I could listen to every single day of the week. Keep sending it over. Dope video to go with it as well. Just the kind of visual you want to see when you're listening to this kind of music. Loved it. Lovely. Right. There you go. We're having a bit of a storm here, if you heard that clack of lightning. The next band is called Telos. Their track is called Immersed in Green. Let me just remind myself what these guys say. Copenhagen-based blackened hardcore / mathcore. Well, when I read that, that's all I need to know. Let's check it out. Oh, better get it on the screen. Jesus. Too excited. Sick drumming. dope. Man, that got heavy in sections there. Big ass washy cymbals in this one. Man, really makes a difference when your cymbals are that washy. Just makes everything go. Love it. These guys were sick. I was thinking to myself, I haven't actually heard a band. I've heard bands that have got the kind of sludgy, doomy elements to this one, the hardcore-y stuff. And I've heard bands with the mathcore-y stuff, obviously. But I can't think of a band, or one doesn't spring to mind, that is actually trying to blend those two edges together, especially in the way that this band did it as well. The only thing I'm going to say with it is I felt like the sludgy and the doomy sections had no math whatsoever. So that when we did jump into the math section, it was kind of a bit of out of nowhere. I enjoyed it. It sounded dope and it was all over the place nicely. But I think it would be cool to have a bit of a spice of the math within the sludge as well. If you can think of some cool way to bring that in, just maybe the odd twiddle here and there or something like that. I don't know. I'd have to think about it a bit more. But what I did think when it jumped into the math section part was, well, there's been no build up to this math section. There's been no hint within the music preceding it that there was going to be any math in this track whatsoever. It was blackened, it was doomy, it was sludgy, it was trudgy. And then it kind of jumped up into a math section and then went back to the trudge, and there was no kind of more mention of the math again after that. So I'd just like to see a bit of a flavour of the math coming through within the sludge and the blackened areas as well. Just to kind of pull it together a little bit more, because it did feel like it jumped into the math section, but sounded absolutely dope. The mix on this one was so massive and loud. Those orange amps came through, massive drums again, sick vocals. Man, I told you we were going to have some nice bands on today. Was not lying. And we're going to finish off with this one. This is an 8-minute track. This is a post-metal band. Where did these guys say they're from? Budapest, Hungary. We don't get many bands from there, so that's dope. This is a band called Oaken. Their track is called Barbarian, which is a great name. If you're going to call your track Barbarian, it's got to be big and heavy and like Arnold Schwarzenegger in his prime. Let's check it out. Sounds cool with a guitar. Jesus. Man, those drums are crazy heavy. Great video. Those drums. Send a shiver up my spine. Yeah. Jesus. Well, there's not many tracks that send an absolute shiver up my spine in a crescendo. I'm still tingling now. These guys did it so hard. Man, when you do a build-up like that into a crescendo, it's just the best thing ever. That track is one of the best tracks I've ever heard in my life because it's given me the absolute tingles at my... I'm still tingling now off that one. It's given me the absolute tingles up my spine, and that to me just tells me you've just created perfection. The music has moved me in a physical way. You know, I don't know if it's ASMR or whatever, but it's absolutely sent tingles all up my spine, all at the back of my neck and down my arms. And that's the power of this music, man. You don't get that from regular bands. You don't get that from regular music. And that's not to say that stuff isn't good, but this stuff is on a different level because it sucks you in, especially from that intro, the throat noise, deep and low, It sounded amazing next to the guitar when that came in. Those big weighty drums, it sounded amazing. Big ass washy cymbals. That bass tone in there was so thick and deep and warm and powerful. Just took you along with it. So you just get absolutely lost in the vibe and the atmosphere and what's going on in this music. And they know how to pull you along, take your hand through the ups and downs and take you on a journey with the music down into that breakdown section, atmospheric, building up. Then when those drums started to come in, I thought, man, here we go. And then when it dropped into that section, man, I'm still getting tingles at my arms now. It's crazy. When a music does that to you, you know it's the absolutely amazing, most amazing, perfect music that there is, because they've succeeded in just absolutely taking you away and sending shivers up your spine via audio. So sick. And the video as well was just amazing to go with it. I was totally lost in the video and sucked into that as well. Absolutely incredible music. Just as good as it gets, in my opinion. Absolute perfection. Doesn't get any better than that. I don't know what, they'd have to give me an orgasm or something like that to really top it. No band's done that so far. Maybe in the future that would be dope. But yeah, tingles up your spine is as good as it gets for music. Giving you the shivers is just perfection. Absolutely amazing. Now, would you believe that this video has got 2,500 views and it's been out for a while as well, and they've got 64 subscribers on their channel? That's just give me the rage. The second band that we had on have got 135 subscribers, and the first band that we had on, although they are a newer band, has only got 15 subscribers, which is absolutely ridiculous. I'm not going to go on a massive rant about that like I could, but please get over these guys' pages, get on board with these bands, because these are some of the sickest bands making some of the dopest music that you're going to hear. Blackened everything with sludge, doomy elements, mathcore elements even, hardcore, man, love that. And then post-metal and atmosphere as well. You cannot ask for any more from music, in my opinion. And when it sends shivers up your spine like that, imagine, say these three bands were at a gig together. Start off with some heavy sludge, get you in the mosh. Something a bit different for the second band. Check that out with some mathcore edges. Cool. And then you just get absolutely sucked into Oaken. Probably have to play about 3 tracks and that'll be the night done. But by the end of that, if you're not jizzing, then something's gone wrong. So that would just be the absolute sickest gig. Now, unfortunately, that's probably not going to happen because the first band's from America, the second band's from Denmark, I think it is, and the third band's from Hungary. So it's not going to happen anytime soon. But, you know, these three bands are making some of the dopest music, some of the dopest sounds. If you were to put them together in a gig, it would be one of the best nights of your life. Can't ask for any more than that, guys. Thanks so much for Blightmaker for getting this stuff on the channel, sending it over and wanting to be on board with this channel. Let me talk about their music. These are the sickest bands, and if the sickest bands are sending their stuff over to me, can't ask for any more than that, can I? Super dope. Hope you're having a good day today, guys. We'll see you around tomorrow. Cheers. Bye.